you ever heard children speak this made-up language? What are they actually saying? Are they just dribbling on? Or have you heard children speak while they're sleeping? And yet, does it seem weirdly familiar? What if it was actually a language in itself? What if when children do that, there's nothing wrong with them, that they're speaking another language? Now this might seem a bit nana, cruisy, crazy, wah wah, woo woo out there, but just trust me. Keep following me and trust me. Children have this ability to be able to tap into other dimensions and other realities, and especially from the age of 12 downwards. Occasionally teenagers will hold on to it, but remember I said age 13 they disconnect from the absolute. So they'll speak this jibber jabber language. The easiest way I can remind you of what it sounds like is Star Wars, where they go into this bar. Now I'm not very good with Star Wars, but they go into this bar and there's these creatures that are going or whatever they're speaking. That language is light language. The way it's called light language is that it's not of this form. Another example is when dogs hear a dog whistle, which we can't hear the frequency of, but they can. Or whales when they squawk and squeak, or dolphins with that little click click sound. They're all a language of light. Now this is very empowering for children because they know that they can connect and say other things. Now it does sound really crazy, and especially, if I suddenly started talking to you and started waffling some sort of language, you'd think, oh my God, lock Jean up, what is wrong with her? Nothing. It is allowing the child to express what they know from all reality. Now this is where we get a bit sciencey and woo-woo at the same time. The absolute is the totality reality of all things known and unknown. It's no dualities, no physical being where you have to see it to believe it or touch it to believe it. It's the understanding of intergalactic type things, not just one universe, but multiple universes, all sorts of things that are not in our comprehension yet. But children have that ability. And when they speak like language, what they do is they're trying to communicate with you on a higher frequency, because that light language is the language of love. Light means love. The light is its higher frequency. And they're trying to say, I love you. I don't know how to speak with you. And so some children, especially like the rainbow children, where they seem like they can't connect with you, or they might make sounds. Some children are called Asperger's, ASD, ADD, whatever you want to call them. They're connecting with you on another level. And personally, when I was nursing and also with this work, I feel so honoured when children are able to speak that way. Parents get a little bit funny and say, oh my gosh, he's going to say something and he might, yell and start hitting himself and what. Perfect. Let him be himself. And I just love it. The heart connection is so real. So I might get a child with ASD coming in, autism, and they might go, oh, no. That's light language. Now, I hope you blocked your ears. I didn't warn you on that noise, but they're speaking in something else. They're speaking in a frequency. And even when they don't speak, children that don't communicate are communicating telepathically. This is really important when you know this about your child, just like knowing about the love languages, because if you know that about your child, you can educate them, teach the teachers how to teach them, and allow them to choose a profession that they will blossom in. I'm going to give you an example. Temple Grandin. Google her, look her up, read a book, watch a DVD. Extraordinary woman. Someone that couldn't speak the language of human on some level, yet managed to go to university. And what she did was she created, going through the veils of illusion, like going through the Millennium Star, she created the most extraordinary thing for cows to be slaughtered in abattoirs. Just fills my heart. She could see that when cows would go to get slaughtered, they were frightened. It was noisy on that metal tray as they clomped down with their hooves. She created a gorgeous maze that was carpeted. She stopped the sun from shining in so it didn't flick on their eyes. So when the cows went in to get slaughtered, it was peaceful and loving. And then she had like a hug machine that held them so they felt safe boundaries. That is the language of light. Where did she get her information from? Just amazing. So when a child speaks to you with the light language, listen. Who knows? You might be able to say something to them as well. Let them be themselves, because then they will thrive to the most confident adult ever.